Hello everyone, my name is Shinichi Yamaguchi. Today, I'd like to talk about the real situation of misinformation and the effectiveness of fact-checking. First, let me introduce myself and our research project. I'm a doctor of economics and an associate professor at the Center for Global Communications, International University of Japan. Our team have been doing a research project called Innovation Nippon, which is supported by Google Japan since 2015. I will now briefly present our research findings. In our studies, we have always used actual misinformation, and a large-scale online survey was conducted with more than 5,000 targeted respondents each year. In 2022, 12 cases of COVID-19 vaccine and politics-related misinformation were studied. The results, authenticity judgment of misinformation suggested that only 43.4% of those who knew of the COVID-19 vaccine misinformation responded, "I think this is incorrect" or "unsubstantiated." Further, this was only 20.3% for political misinformation. So I want to say that most people are unable to recognize misinformation as wrong. According to the results of the analysis by age group, people in their 50s and 60s were more likely to believe misinformation than younger people, and this trend was particularly strong for political misinformation. I can emphasize that misinformation is not just problematic for youth, but also for the elderly. In addition, we demonstrated the effects of misinformation using two cases of actual political misinformation. Those misinformation items were against conservatives and against liberals, respectively. Unfortunately, both misinformation items changed people's views in the direction of lower support. Further, the effect was greatest for those with weak support. As you know, the number of weak supporters is high, so misinformation may have influenced the election in no small way. However, we also found that fact-checking has a great effect. We used the misinformation related to COVID-19 vaccine. The misinformation was vaccine given to former Prime Minister Suga was fake. Before fact-checking the COVID-19 vaccine misinformation, 95% of the tweets affirmed the misinformation. However, after fact-checking, more than 99% of the tweets denied the misinformation. Actually, there is no IFCN member organization in Japan. Less attention was paid to misinformation until recently. However, our studies have shed clarity on the situation of misinformation in Japan and have been cited in several government reports. We have been discussing this theme with several members of parliament, policymakers, media companies, and IT companies, etc. As a result, the Japanese government now encourages private sector-led measures to combat misinformation and to be considering education on literacy. The number of fact-checking organizations has increased, and momentum has been building to combat misinformation in Japan. That's all. Thank you very much for your attention.